New York City just banned broker fees, but guess what? You will still end up paying for it. I just moved. I was pissed that I had to pay a broker fees. Why? Because I found the apartment. Then why am I paying a broker?
Well, how did you find the apartment?
On Dyalla.
Who do you think posted it on Zillow?
That's a great question, you know? In this la la land, now that broker fees is gone, what's gonna happen?
All right, as you guys know, I was in Charleston, and while I was in Charleston, New York City decided to ban broker fees on rental apartments. So in this video, we're gonna cover, is it actually gonna be more affordable to rent in New York City? Let's see what the data says. I'm gonna drop the link in the video that I covered it a few months ago when the bill was proposed. I'm also gonna drop the video of me just asking random people on the street what they thought. In my opinion, a lot of people make decisions on emotions, but data does not care about your emotions. So let's see what the data suggests. So let's go over some facts about the FAIR Act. So when does the FAIR Act take effect? The FAIR Act takes effect 180 days after the mayor signs it. Right now, it looks like there's gonna be appeal against the FAIR Act from the Real Estate Board of New York, which it's not a union, but it's kind of like our union for New York City brokers. Does this mean the landlord can no longer offer an OP? That means owner pays. So if you're a tenant and you're working with a broker to help you find a place, some landlords will pay the tenant broker's fee. This law will still allow that. Can this tenant still pay the landlord's broker fee to decrease rent? No. So if the landlord hires a broker, they must pay their broker. If the tenant hires a broker, they must pay their broker. The tenant cannot pay the landlord's broker, which is interesting because it works the other way around. Is dual agency allowed? And if the tenant hires you, can they pay a fee? There's a specific provision within the bill prohibiting the collection of a fee in dual agency scenario. Does this apply to condos and co-op rental units? This applies to all tenants. So one of the last questions, if I bring a client to a listing represented by a REBNY broker, is the fee then co-broke? So no more collect your own fee from the tenant. The landlord can still pay the tenant's agent broker fee, but the tenant cannot pay the landlord's agent broker fee. Once the law goes into effect, can tenants' agents charge 15% of the annual rent and then not have to split the fee with landlord's agent? Yes, the tenant can pay the broker they hire whatever they agree to. There's no limit on fees. They simply cannot pay the landlord's agent. All right, so that was a lot, but at the end of the day, landlord pays their broker, tenant pays their broker, landlord can still pay the tenant's broker. Let me know if that makes sense in the comments. All right, guys, I'm back. So I was trying to finish up this video for you yesterday, but kind of got distracted. But let's dive into the numbers. We pulled the numbers of average rents with a broker fee and without a broker fee. So with a broker fee in New York City, the average rents are $4,183 for studios, $5,109 for one bedrooms, $7,429 for two bedrooms. With the landlord paying the fee, it actually goes up slightly. So it's $4,531, $5,534, and $8,048 for the two beds with the landlord paying the fee. I'm gonna drop the Google sheet below so you can see the cost, but I'm gonna take the one beds as an example, and then if you guys want to review the studios and two beds, you could do that, and then just comment below with any questions. So let's just go over the annual rent with the tenant paying the broker fee at the current situation. So the annual rent is $61,308. Moving fees for movers is approximately $2,000. The application fee is $25. If anyone tried to charge you more than $25 for the application fee, that's a scam, unless it's a management company. The security and first month's rent would be $10,218, and the broker fee would be $5,109. We're just using 1 month fee in this scenario. Broker fees can go up to 15% at the current environment, and that's not going to change. So total upfront cost to move is $17,352. Total costs, including rent and moving costs, $78,660. So second year's rent after renewal at like a 5% increase, which is 3 to 5% is average, so we're gonna take 5%. It's $5,436. Annual rent for the second year, $65,241. And no, you do not have to pay a broker fee when you renew. So let me know in the comments, do you think the annual figures of the total cost, not just the rent cost, is gonna be cheaper when the landlord pays your fee? So this is where it gets interesting. When the landlord pays the broker fee, so the tenant does not pay the broker fee, right? Your upfront cost is saved. So your monthly rent is $5,534. Again, this is on average. Your annual rent is $66,417. Your moving fees, we still kept it around $2,000. Application fee, $25. Security and first month's rent, $11,069.50. No broker fee. Total upfront cost to move, $13,094.50. Total annual amount, including rent plus moving costs, $79,511.50. Your cost still went up $851. But here's the kicker, right? When you renew for the second year, that 3 to 5%, we're using 5% in this scenario, your second year's rent is $5,866.05, and your annual rent goes up to $70,392.58. So that's a $5,000 difference. So if you're gonna live in a city for a year, then yes, you should save the upcost money. However, the second year and the third, if you decide to live there for 5 years, you're gonna keep paying that 5% increase, and you're gonna be losing like $5,000 a year. So if you have the money, it might make sense to pay the broker fee up front. The Fair Act doesn't seem like it's fair in this scenario. We're gonna drop the numbers below. I know a lot of people have emotions about this because they've had bad experiences with broker. Fortunately, bad apple sometimes spoils the bunch, but the numbers do not lie in this scenario. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. After reviewing those numbers, it's really interesting. If you ever lease a car, you know, like if you don't pay the fees that comes with leasing the car, your monthly payment goes up. Same thing here with leasing in New York City, leasing your apartment. The numbers don't lie, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, like this channel, subscribe. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. We want to get there by the end of the year. I'm grateful for the support thus far, and next week we'll come back with a property tour video. See you guys soon.